pick it up, and put it back down. Tell a fuck boy don't come around. No, we chill out, I'm riding around town. I got all my windows down, no loud so you don't smell me, but you hear me when my music.
How's it going, guys? My name is KJ, and welcome to the very first Come Up podcast with my two co-hosts, Tim, also known as Wings, or Brennick, also known as the Colossal King, if you find them on Modern Warfare and the servers. The whole purpose of the Come Up podcast is basically talking about how we can generate success within ourselves, within each other, and with the community and our, obviously, Nsty Abyss. So, gentlemen, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
My name's Brennick. I am 23. I work at McDonald's with Tom. We're buds.
Hell yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. So, Tim, what are some...
I'm fairly new to the community here.
Yes, you're very new to the community here. Tim, let's go over some interests, buddy. What are you interested in? Everyday life. We'll go around the circle.
Well, literally, I have a very boring life, but it's very suiting for me. I'm, your average junior in college. I have a part-time job, full-time college student, and I guess part-time YouTuber. That makes sense. Whatever free time I do have, I either spend it, the gym or making YouTube videos or doing something stupid with my friends.
Aren't we all?
Cool.
All right. Brennick, do you want to go over some things that, maybe interest you or, like what your everyday life looks like?
Yeah, well, my life is pretty ordinary as well. I wake up, I go to work. I'm not in school or anything right now. I am working on getting this electrician's apprenticeship going. That's probably going to be like at the start of the next year.
Okay.
And, I got 3 dogs. In my spare time, I like to play video games. Maybe go outside on a nice day and rollerblade.
Bro, you rollerblade?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know you rollerblade. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I'm very good on skates.
All right. I'm already learning new things about you. We just started today. Okay.
Is it like CSGO surfing IRL?
No.
Ah, I'm clearly a console player.
Obviously. All right. My name's Tom, or KJ. Some things that interest me. One, business, YouTube. Kind of obviously Nsty Abyss is a huge part of my life. I'm a soon-to-be dad here in about 3 months. My son, Jeremiah, will be born. Actually, according to the doctors, it'll be 3 months exactly as of today, which is the 17th. Hopefully it's around this time of night, so I'm not up super late. I work at McDonald's with Brennick.
Know your daddy.
All right. We're just gonna skip over that guy who was saying that. I don't know who said that, but matter of fact, I know exactly who said that. But we're just gonna move on. So I work full time at McDonald's as a supervisor. I'm probably everybody's least favorite supervisor, which is dope, and I don't care because I feel like more of a crew guy most of the time.
I know you're definitely Jen's least favorite.
Yeah, we could all say that. We could all say that. Because I'm pretty sure I got pity promoted, which is a little annoying.
I like her punching bag some days.
Most days.
I swear, like that one day when you got in trouble for temping, even though you were told to temp, basically.
By her.
What do you want from me?
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
She told me that Amanda's going on her half. I need to temp. What is that, man? Like.
You
anyway.
shouldn't be temping. You're not even certified.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's wild. So I'm definitely the punching bag in life, but I'm the boss man when it comes to the team here. I'm the guy that people generally come to when it comes to the team and kind of where the next steps are. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. Sometimes it's annoying. And I think I think an important part of kind of learning about everybody, which is kind of what the first, and to be real with the audience guys, none of us have done a podcast before. I was a phone call guest on one podcast 2 years ago.
I know somebody who does podcasts.
Well, now you do them. And I was on for like 5 minutes. I don't even know if it's still on the internet somewhere. I'm sure it is. Anyway, it's gonna be choppy. It's gonna be sloppy. It's not gonna be professional grade at all. At least for 6 months. Yeah. And it's gonna be messy, but we're gonna get through it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're excited to have anybody who tunes in. I'm working on trying to get it onto like Spotify and all that, on like Apple, like in iTunes and everything like that, so you guys can listen to it whenever you want, on the go, whenever you want to. And I think that's going to be a ton of fun. But I think for the first half, I think we kind of decided that we want to talk about, kind of our future and the futures of the team. And so I think the big question we all decided we want to talk about is, Brennick, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, we're starting with me? All right. Well,
Yes,
in 5 years, I'm going to be working as an electrician, which is going to be nice because I'm going to be making bank. And I'm going to be saving up and shit, and stuff. Excuse me. And,
it's
well, as for like the team and everything, we'll probably have lots of growth. And, we'll probably have branched out and established our own stuff in the process, just get a little bit of more people under our following, which would be nice.
I hope so too. Tim, what about you, man? 5 years from now, where you see yourself? Hopefully have a bachelor's degree?
In 5 years, I can see it either going one of two ways. Number one, I'm going to be obviously in the business field, making my millions.
Millions.
Just kind of doing me, starting a family.
Yeah.
Or the second
direction it ain't that fun.
Second direction I see it going is this whole YouTube and streaming and the internet thing kind of takes off, and I'll just kind of be balling out with my bros and living life.
That's obviously best case scenario.
That's obviously best case scenario. I'm trying to ball up with my breasts.
Whoa. All right. I feel that.
I really hope people can understand that meme. Trying to ball with my breasts.
Well,
my breast.
5 years from now. Five years from now is a big thing. Hopefully.
I'm in a completely different place than I was 5 years ago. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I know. Same here. Like my whole life has changed since 5 years ago, and I'm 18, so like my life is just starting, right? And so it's kind of like where do I want to go in 5 years?
5 years ago, I was 18.
Yeah, I know. You're old.
Which is crazy.
Wait, I'm not the oldest?
No, you're not.
I'm the oldest now.
You now have...
called 23.
Yeah, he's 23. Yeah. See, now you have an excuse to be dumb.
Damn.
I'm less informed.
Anyway, so 5 years from now, my son will be almost 5. He'll be going to kindergarten, which is kind of scary, but at the same time,
dude, kindergarten is black.
I don't remember it. Anyway,
I broke my arm the first day of kindergarten. I broke my arm, and my teacher, she got mad at me because I broke my right arm and I was coloring left-handed, and she got mad at me because I couldn't stay within the lines. So I remember I went home crying because I'm
terrible.
It's drawing. It sucks.
That's terrible. No, she's a horrible person.
You call this art?
I was like, I'm drawing with my left hand. I don't know how. Anyway, continue.
Kindergarten, you're 5 years old and you're getting roasted by a teacher.
I know, she's an old lady. I love her, but
is it Judy?
Yeah, that was definitely no. Judy would never. Judy would be like, "Oh, that's adorable," and then bring me food.
Yeah, it's because you clock her in a half hour early. Anyway, So yeah, so my
Continue
son,
with your son.
my son will be 5. He'll be going into kindergarten. Hopefully, by then, I'm working full time on Nsty Abyss, and the goals that we set in those, years getting up to then, have been completed, accomplished, and I'm full time. And we've gone corporate, and so I'm the CEO of the company that I worked so hard to build, and then, just kind of, and as I've been kind of looking at it and, realizing more about that kind of lifestyle, it's been like there's hard work that's involved, but you spend most of your time making phone calls and making sure other people are working than actually working yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is dope, because I guess when you get to a big enough point, you hire people to do the work that you're supposed to do, and you just pay them, and you go do whatever you want, right? like unless you want something
That's
done.
the dream, right?
Yeah, I guess that's my overall dream, is to eventually at some point never have to work another day in my life and represent a super dope brand, go to tournaments and support, my organization. And then I guess the big dream, for maybe even 10 years from now, is to be an umbrella company and just grow a ton of companies underneath us and just kind of give them a chance to succeed in their dreams as too.
Bro, I just want to be rich. I don't really care what I do.
Facts, money's straight up. And I kind of want to go around another question, because this is something that young people in particular, we all have a roughly 2.5, 3 years apart from each other. Because when you turn 21 in January?
Yeah, like a month.
Okay, yeah, I turned 19 in January, and then Rennick, you turned 24 when?
In June.
In June. So
Yeah.
So something that I think a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about is how younger people value money. And I would kind of like to go down a path here of like Tim, I'll start with you. How often do you think about money in your everyday life?
Literally all the time. I don't think about the actual dollar value. I think of it more as my time. Like if I'm gonna purchase like $100 thing, like $100 gift card or whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta oh damn, I gotta work 9 hours to afford this,
Yeah.
That's how I think about money and spending when I purchase anything.
Okay. What about you, Brennick? You're the senior of the group.
Well, I'm always thinking about like money that I wish I had. You know what I mean?
Aren't we all, dude? Aren't we all?
Like, cause I live with Taylor and we have our own place basically.
You gotta introduce her.
So we have like
if you're gonna mention somebody, you gotta
pretty
introduce them.
adult bills. Oh well, Taylor's my girlfriend.
Thank
sorry.
you.
Taylor
You're not
is
just talking to
my
us, brother.
Is she
Pet
hot?
monkey. No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god. Oh no.
No, the no was not to his question. Yeah, totally was to his question.
Oh, she's gonna see this. She's gonna be so mad at you. It's not even gonna be funny.
Nah, she's never gonna see this.
Amanda's gonna be the first one to watch it, so I guarantee she'll see it.
She'll be like, Brennick was talking about you.
That's exactly how
He
that's
was
gonna go.
saying Things.
He was saying
I'll be like,
mean,
well.
mean things.
It's all a lie. It's a trap.
It's a tarp.
It's a trap. Wait, what was the question again?
We were
I'm
talking
sorry.
about like how often do you think about money, and like what about it?
Oh yeah, well, living with Taylor on our own, we have more bills, I guess, so to speak. Luckily for us, Taylor's dad helps us with the house payment. Pretty much covers most of it, but we still pay for like water, electricity,
Yeah.
and all the miscellaneous stuff, home improvement. It's actually a lot that needs to be done around the house.
Oh yeah.
But I'm always thinking about money because, as soon as I get it, it's all gone. And I'm wishing that I had more of it.
Yeah.
But that's just how it goes.
Yeah. No, and I totally agree with that. My thing on money is like I'm thinking about money every second of every day, like, because money essentially runs your life, right? I'm a firm. I firmly disagree with anybody who says money can't buy you happiness. Because
it's not the money that
yeah,
buys you
because
happiness.
it's not having tons.
It's what money provides you.
Oh yeah,
opportunities, time.
Like, are you kidding me?
Things
Like,
that make
I would
you happy.
say-
like if I didn't have to worry about money, I could focus on the things that are not making me happy, to where
Alright, well,
I could fix those things
Here's the
because I don't
thing,
got to worry about
think
it.
Money makes you happy. I believe that financial freedom makes you happy.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. I think like financial stability is the big talk, like the big talk for everybody right now. Is
You have
stability.
more money. You have access to a healthier diet, a healthier way of
healthier
living,
diet. I mean, you have
which
better
directly
things.
translates to your level of happiness.
Oh yeah, and then this is
Physiologically?
kind of jumping into the materialism conversation, which is where I was hoping it would go. I think people take materialism too far. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people are too up in arms about like, oh, I don't want to be materialistic. Like, to me, that's really dumb.
You mean like people are too materialistic, or people are...
No. People think being materialistic is a bad thing. Like,
I mean, to an extent
Materialistic
it
in
is,
it,
but
yeah,
there's
in
nothing
itself,
wrong
it's
with...
not a bad thing. But once you get carried away, where everything, like your actual happiness,
well, yeah, if your actual happiness is dependent on you spending
X amount of
money,
things, yeah.
yeah, like then
Right.
obviously that's more of a problem. But I don't think that has
But
anything
everybody
wrong with
wants
materialism.
nice things.
Oh yeah, I
Just
think,
like my
like-
ex-girlfriend, all she wanted was stuff. It's a bunch of bullshit.
well, yeah, and that is unhealthy. I'm saying, like, if you want to go out and you want to buy a pair of dope kicks, or you want to go out and buy a new car, or you feel like you want to get like a new thing for your home, like if you want to go out and buy a grill, like, you shouldn't be ashamed that you want that thing. And I feel like society today really pushes young, like our generation in particular, really pushes people to like not want the next best thing just because it's the next best thing, and that really bothers me today.
Our generation is kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean, well, I wouldn't say stupid. I would say we were definitely put in
Misled.
an area where we were given a whole lot more than we deserved, and I think
Well,
it put a
here's the
lot of
thing.
people.
We were given too much, and we also are hypersensitive. And if a certain, like, let's say, middle class people view upper class people, everybody's super jealous, and they think everything needs to be equal for everyone, which is definitely not the case at all in life. I was like, certain people, like, we're okay. This is gonna sound bad, but life isn't equal.
Of course it's
People have
not.
certain, ins and outs. They have certain, I guess.
Well, and that's where our generation goes wrong, is because I'm a firm believer that I believe everybody should have equal opportunity, but not everybody should have equal outcome. Because no one's gonna have equal outcome. You don't.
No,
you're not
get what you
entitled.
work for.
Exactly. You're not entitled. Like, I'm not entitled
You're
to
not gonna
Bill
go
Gates'
out
money.
and get a freaking model like body just because you want it. You
Yeah.
gotta work for that shit.
Well,
Same
and
thing
it's the
with
same
money,
thing.
you know?
Oh yeah. Like, you're
Same
not
thing-
entitled
dude,
to.
fuck Lizzo,
Bill Gates'
what's
money.
her name?
Or any
fat,
skill.
Oh
artist,
yeah,
Lizzo?
yeah, that
Dude,
new
she's
rap
making me
artist.
so mad.
Yeah, she heats me up too.
Like,
I'm
okay,
just like,
here's
yeah.
the thing. I am perfectly okay with her promoting like positive body image, whatever.
Absolutely.
But when you're forcing it, like, you have to accept me because this is how I am. I don't think that's good. I don't have to accept you. Like, if you can't force your opinion on me, I'm gonna create my own.
Right,
opinions.
right.
But I'm not gonna openly say, "Yo, you're fat." I don't.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be rude to you,
No, no,
but
no.
I'm not
but
gonna be rude,
I'm
but
gonna
when
expect you
are
to, yeah.
forcing
You
me
can
to
still
accept
say,
you
hey,
because
being
you're
fat is not
That's
healthy.
where I draw the line.
And I accept that you're fat, but it's like,
Like, I
still
could
not
really
healthy,
care
and
less
that's my
that
opinion.
you do all these crazy, stupid things. But when I gotta draw the line when she did that basketball stunt where her, like, ass cheeks are hanging out.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I didn't
Drawing
see
the line,
that.
dude. Like, I don't want to see that. You can't just force that on my eyes. I didn't consent to this.
Well,
What about the children?
and it's things like that in this, and we're going down a lane that we probably shouldn't, but
That's fine.
going down the politics
Controversy
lane.
equals
If we're gonna no, controversy equals
We'll
getting
save
shut
that
down by
for the next
YouTube.
one.
I think it gets to a point where you remove the ability to work hard with the promise of free things, which is a terrible mindset.
Nothing is promised.
Well, no,
And,
but
like-
these politicians promise you the world, and unfortunately, young people
That's
buy
not how
it.
it works.
Young people buy it, man, and it's so annoying because I think our generation is the most misrepresented generation in the world, and like in the history of the world, we are the most misrepresented generation that has ever come to light. Because-
a small percentage of
less
will
than
represent
1%.
Yeah, they represent our generation,
And they
it's
act
always
like they talk for
wow.
us.
Yeah,
No?
it's the very loudmouth and outspoken people with crazy views. Because, like, I don't like Republican, Democrat, whatever. I don't know if we're getting political, but like in general, it's always the people on the far extremes
Of
that
each
voice
side.
their opinions
Of each side.
of each side that voice their opinion for everybody. And I feel like a lot of people like myself. I have my own opinions. I don't voice it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and speak for.
If you want to hear his opinion,
Everyone
go to
else.
his YouTube channel.
I actually don't go to my YouTube channel. I don't really talk about anything important. I always talk about dumb, retarded stuff.
Okay, so
Did
don't
you
go to
watch
his
my
YouTube channel.
video today?
No, I haven't yet. I was going to get to that after the podcast.
Wow, this is very unacceptable.
Anyway, yeah, I watch your highlights on like Snapchat.
No, I feel like people are gonna watch this and then go to my channel and be like, "Wow, there's something wrong with this guy."
I would agree with that.
No, because like here and like my actual, I guess, personality on the internet on my YouTube channel are completely different. Do you want to know how I started my video this morning?
How?
I kicked down the door and yelled, "What's up, bitches? It's your local white honky."
It's your local white honky.
Well, see, and that's the thing is, and I think now we're kind of segueing back to where we're supposed to be, is kind of entertainment and what brings entertainment value to like a team versus individually. Like your personality on the podcast is going to be so different in comparison to like your YouTube personality.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like
here's the
I
thing.
guarantee if you ever meet Dr. Disrespect without any of his stuff on, and he's not in his personality, like I
Sometimes
guarantee
there is
he's
a-
entirely different.
Well, here's the thing, like,
And
I hope
he's not
people
even a real
get-
doctor.
No, he's really not. No, he's really not.
I hope people get to see me. Like, okay, I'm not actually retarded online. I'm actually a pretty
sure?
smart and sound human being. I'm a junior in college. I got like a 3.5 GPA, nothing crazy, but like I'm mentally aware of what's happening. I can form my own opinions on shit other than just yelling at a video game and talking about like titties and shit.
Thought that was your special. My apologies.
Nah, dude. Like once I take off that send nudes hat, I'm a normal person
Are you sure?
Just like you,
to an extent.
I
Yes.
am a normal person.
Well, and I honestly I believe we all are to an extent, and it's all about kind of how you would like to portray yourself, really.
Yeah, IRL, I'm actually just like really quiet, and if I don't know you, I really probably won't even talk to you. Like I might make awkward
Yeah.
eye contact with you, but like other than that, I just kind of mind my own business and like,
Yeah, like
Do my
at
own
work,
thing.
I'm forced to talk to people, but
dude,
outside
I
of
feel
work,
you.
like, you know, I won't go out of my way to really talk to anybody. I hardly say anything to the cashier. I'll go to self-checkout, which I know is bad because it takes jobs away from people, but I just, you know, I don't want to talk to somebody, you know, all the time. Small talk is
Here's the
lame.
thing.
I hate it.
People piss me off a
Same.
lot.
Same.
Like if I can go do something on my own, like not that I don't trust, like self checkout, not that I don't trust them or whatever. I just don't want to sit and wait If I can just go in and beat my stuff super fast and then leave
Yeah.
without talking to anybody, I can just relax,
Totally.
think to myself in my own little world, and
Oh, yeah, no,
think video
that-
ideas or think about stuff to do with like my girlfriend or I don't know.
No, and I think that makes a whole lot of sense. And I try to avoid it for the reason that Brennick made fun of. It's the same reason why I don't support our McDonald's getting kiosks.
I wasn't making fun of it. That's a legit reason.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's the same. It's the same reason why I think that
I'm just saying, I know it and I still do it.
Oh yeah, like I don't support like our job getting kiosks for people to order, because I guarantee people are gonna get fired. Like I guarantee it.
Oh, easily.
Oh, 100%.
Anybody who can't take, anybody who
Like anybody who can't
do
make
anything
food.
else besides take orders.
Yeah, anybody
Which is
who
a lot of
works like
people.
strictly the front
Time.
counter is getting fired. Like we all
As
know that's
time goes
coming.
on, you got to think as time goes on, there's going to be different jobs available. Like the same jobs that we have today were not available like what 20 years ago. So this is just a change in the market.
Well, yeah, and
Right.
everything's a change in market. But if you can try to positively impact people's lives by forcing companies to hire more employees, that just stimulates the market. And,
yeah, but
and-
there's
and-
going to be tons of market changes and shifts.
well, I mean, but I don't suspect anything like that's going to happen for another 10 years, you know. But
Yeah, five to 10.
I'm saying 10 strictly because I feel like the internet isn't at a point yet to where it can become a whole lot more than it is currently. But I feel like it's getting there. Which is exactly why I think this is, because a lot of people say 10 years ago was the best time to start a YouTube channel, and arguably it is, because the people who started their YouTube channels and stuck with it 10 years ago are the big, huge success makers now.
Jenna Marbles. Freaking.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Smosh
it
if
kinda
Anthony
depends.
ever
Yeah,
left. Oh my
Smosh,
God.
like Smosh,
here's the
but
thing, it
even
depends
though
on the
Anthony did
content
leave,
that you
Smosh
make.
is still huge. Well,
That's
no,
true.
but it doesn't, and that's
Oh
where
yeah,
that's
Smosh
where.
is totally still huge, but when Anthony left, I was big sad.
Well, yeah, and
Here's
I
the
don't
thing,
think it depends
the
on content.
content that you make. 10 years
I don't think
ago,
so, man.
10 years ago, it was great for like what Call of Duty montages, and like what 3-4 years ago now, it was huge for vlogging. Like what's that
But
next big step?
it's
It
still
depends
huge for
on
vlogging.
the area that you're in. Yeah, I mean.
Well, but
think
COD
it still
montages
has
are still a
presence.
thing. I'm pretty sure Pramaj just uploaded a montage and it got like 4 million views in
Yeah.
4 days.
I'm not
Like,
saying
that's
that
a
it's
million
not
views a
relevant.
day.
I'm just saying that there
I'm
are
just saying-
different times.
Well, I understand that, but I think people's interests change. And I
Yeah.
think that's where the shift happens, which
You
is
just gotta go with the flow.
oh yeah, and I think companies like that, and I feel like especially our generation in particular, is very capable of adapting to their own situations. I just feel like there's a very minute, small amount of us that refuse to adapt and want everything to be handed to them, and I wish them the best, but it's never gonna happen. So it is what it is. But when we're talking about Nsty Abyss as a whole, obviously we all have our certain plans, and obviously mine is being a dad and supporting my family. And however I have to do that, I'm going to, but hopefully it's down this path. Where do we see this team going? In like the next 6 months, next year maybe.
Well, I mean, it really. Hold on, my computer just shut off. What really depends on the route that we take. I feel like for me, how it's going to pan out is there's going to be like all these different content creators creating content on different games, IRL vlogs, stuff like that. I feel like the team with an online presence is, I don't know, there's going to be different segues we can take. I don't know, are we going to take it into professional stuff, or are we going to take it into just being content creators? It depends on the route we want to take. But for me, I feel like having a content creation team, just being big on the internet, Twitch, YouTube, all these other platforms, that's where I see it being taken.
Okay. What about you, Brennan?
What was the question?
Like, where do
Where
you
are we gonna be
see
in
this
6
team
months?
in like 6 months or a year? Like, where do you see it?
Well, hopefully, we'll be doing good. I mean, we'll have our YouTube and all other stuff, and hopefully we get more followers.
And those 50,000 view Minecraft server videos.
Yes, oh, dude, I can't wait for the Minecraft videos.
Dude, those are gonna be so good. Oh my gosh.
I'm looking forward to that. Because I have always wanted to do a server with friends, and I've never really done that before, so that looks
Oh,
that
dude,
sounds like a
I
lot of
guarantee anybody we pick up is gonna be down to upload funny, hilarious group Minecraft videos. I guarantee anybody would be so down to do that because Minecraft is the game that will not die.
Yo, is it bad that I
No,
literally
dude,
never played
it's so
Minecraft?
good.
That is a bad thing. Anyway, and you're gonna go download and
Never
buy
too
Minecraft.
late to start.
Yeah, no, I mean seriously.
No.
No, you really are. Anyway, that is the game that never dies, and people continue to love
So
it,
Grand
and it
Theft Auto
continues
5.
to be. Well, yeah, GTA 5 is probably never gonna die either. It's just it's games like that you continuously can grow and do more and more and more, and then there's something to show for it. Like those games are the things that people love. Like
Yeah.
why does Call of Duty make a new Call of Duty every single year? Because by the time you get to a year played, you've played all the maps, you know all the maps, you have just about every camo unlocked, just about every gun up to the level it's going to get to. The pros are already tired and sick and tired of these stupid games where there's enough glitches and things like that. So the next company makes a new COD and they fuck off and they go do their own thing. Like that's how the progression goes. So because there's nothing to show for it other than a KD and a win-loss ratio. Like that is all you have to show for all the work you've put in, and maybe some camos that you occasionally get to see.
Bro, my win-loss ratio is complete trash.
I know.
I rage quit so many games. Like, even if we're winning, I still leave the game. Like, my win-loss is like, what? A
0.5?
0.55? Yeah.
I think mine's like 0.98 or
No,
something.
you were at a 1.13 when I last checked it.
Nah, dude, if you watched my video today, Dude, I was getting so heated. Like, there's this guy, we were playing, what is it, Headquarters, and he's just walking around with an RPG, and I left the game within like 30 seconds. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah, me and Brennick were playing before the podcast, and there was one guy running around with a pila, and I was getting real heated.
Hey, do you mind repeating that sentence because you were cutting out?
Oh, I was? I'm sorry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, there was me and Brennick were playing before the podcast today, and there was a guy running around with a pila on Shoot House, and I was getting real heated. It was not good. He was just
Leveling up those RPGs.
dude. It's so stupid. Shotguns and launchers gotta go.
Also,
Like anything that's not a lock-on launcher for aircraft gotta go.
I understand having it in the game, but people just abuse it because you can't trust people because people are trash.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then they give us a perk that essentially makes us invincible to any explosive, which is nice, but at the same time, why would you run explosives? You know, like.
Well, if you have vehicles, you gotta have RPG.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Shotgun?
anything that like lock
I feel like
on.
you could probably get rid of those.
Yeah, definitely could get rid of the shotguns for sure. Like the maps are massive.
Bro, if they get rid of the shotguns, how are we gonna knack?
You can't. Anyway.
Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2.
I loved Modern Warfare 2. Anyway,
Dude, I wasn't even around for that. My first COD
Really?
was Modern Warfare 3. Yeah.
that's terrible. You missed the Black Ops 1 days. Those were good days.
Oh, well, I mean, I had it.
I mean-
I had Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3. I got those both for Christmas one year. And, like, all I did was play Modern Warfare 3. I have, like, 35 days played on there. And for, like, a middle schooler, that's a lot, you know?
Yeah, I have like 25 or something on Modern Warfare 3, but I have upwards of almost
I missed
40.
out on all that. I wish I didn't, but you know.
I have upwards of 40 days on Black Ops 2.
You know, this is why nobody likes you.
Wow.
Well, my first Call of Duty was, I think, Advanced Warfare. I know I started so late.
That was a good COD for competitive, but
Bro, I'm
not
gonna lie, I
for.
had so much fun playing Advanced Warfare.
So did
and
I.
Call of Duty
I
games.
I had
Like,
tons of fun on those games.
Oh, Ghost was great.
I loved Ghost.
dude, I loved Ghost.
I hated trick shotting. I hated trick shotting and sniping on Ghost, but I loved ray gunning, man. I loved just pub stomping.
I would run around with what is that? The MTAR.
The
And that
MTAR,
had,
the
like,
honey
all the-
badger.
Yeah,
Honey
I'd run around with like
Badger.
the perks that like make you run faster. Oh my gosh.
Well, dude, you could just slay, and
Oh,
and
yeah.
and, that, and
Usain
that's
Bolt across the map.
oh,
Bro, I
absolutely.
I still had a negative KD because like
You left every
I was
game,
trash.
and
no, dude. This is also the time where I got so obsessed with video games, like I started to get fat. Like
I hate you
would
so
literally
much.
sit down and like my mate.
Bob, that room.
No, it wasn't that. My mom would never bring me food. She'd be like, "No, make it yourself, fat ass." But
That's a good
I
mom.
would literally sit downstairs, and you know, like kind of like those small like whiskey glasses.
Yeah.
I would fill up a whiskey glass with M&Ms and literally like drink my M&Ms. Like
That's
That sounds
you know, you
familiar.
go to like Costco and get that like 10-pound bag of M&Ms.
Oh,
I'd,
yeah.
like, move through that, no problem.
That's like literally me, though.
That
Not
is-
even kidding.
I mean, are you fat?
no. He's the
No,
opposite of
but I
fat.
do the
He's
thing with the
he's
M&Ms.
6'5" and a slim Jim.
You're 6'5"? What? Wait, Tom, how tall are you?
I'm a solid 5'11".
Oh, dude, we're like the same height.
I know, but I'm 300 pounds.
I'm 155.
No, I actually got under 300 recently, and I was really proud of myself. Anyway,
Nice.
yeah, I'm down to almost 285, which is a
Can I
good
be
thing.
Congrats.
the team sex symbol?
No,
What?
If anyone
My
should be,
Instagram.
it should be Tom.
yeah,
Bro,
absolutely.
my Instagram says otherwise.
I got that dad bod rolling, brother, and you know the ladies love it.
I got some abs, but
well,
I'm
nobody
small,
cares.
so that doesn't count.
No, it does
Yo,
not.
dude. Okay, here's the thing. I get hit on by more dudes than girls.
That's usually how it
like,
goes.
literally the second I started posting like workout pictures and like ab pictures and
Like, oh,
stuff.
Pappy.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's dudes sliding up. They're like, "Hey, bro,
Been there,
what do you
dude.
do to work out?" And I'm like, God.
It's like,
Or
I don't
some
want to
gay
talk
dude
to you.
hitting on me. Dude, here's the thing. I wouldn't have a problem about gay dudes hitting on me if they were attractive. You know what I mean? Like when an attractive gay dude hits on you, you're like, God damn, I'm set if I go to the other side. But like when they're super ugly, you're like, really? This is the best I can do?
Like, this is my ceiling right here. This is it.
This is all I have going for me. Right.
Yeah, I'm like, all I get some like really tubby Mexican dude. Like, what is this shit?
All right.
I'm trying to like have Channing Tatum hit on me. I wouldn't mind if he sent me a dick pic.
I would. Okay, we're going off on a tangent. We're going off on a tangent. All right, we're going off on a tangent here. Let's get back. Let's reel it back in, boys. Let's reel it back
I don't even
in.
know what we're
Reel
talking
it
about.
in.
We were talking about Nsty Abyss
I don't either.
and the plans for the future, and I never got to say where I see the company in 6 months to a year.
Oh yeah, you were talking about something.
That
Yeah,
was like 10 minutes ago.
yeah, that was almost exactly 10 minutes ago before I got rudely interrupted by Wings. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Talking about the sexual icon for the company.
Yeah. We don't need one of those. And if anything, it's not gonna be Tim.
what?
Now,
Hey, dude,
you
I
can
got a
mod
face.
you can model the apparel if you want.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude, if we had the apparel in time, I would have definitely worn it for my music video I'm recording.
Well, we're actually getting to that part of the conversation here. I think my idea for Nsty in 6 months to a year, I would hope we could hit 100,000 subscribers within the year. Within 2020, I feel like it would not be difficult to hit 100K.
Everybody's got 100K nowadays.
Well, yeah, and I feel like if we and I actually.
Not me.
Wings,
but-
you and I kind of contradict based on where we think we're going in the next 6 months of the year. You know, you kind of hinted at going towards the content side. I kind of am pushing more towards like the franchising side and talking about getting teams and letting them
The
play in
teams are
tournaments.
Also important.
Well, yeah, well,
Totally.
letting them play in tournaments.
look at FaZe Clan. They literally do both.
Well, yeah, no, and I'm saying that we can do both. And it's one of those things where we have to start somewhere, and I think it's very important to crawl before you walk. And so starting off with a podcast and uploading content, and I'm actually gonna try to get better at doing that because I'm really trash at uploading content right about now. I don't think I've uploaded in 2.5 years.
I tried to get a YouTube thing going, but I just didn't ever know what to post. And my
Okay.
was crap.
As dumb as it sounds, coming from somebody who uploads once, maybe twice a week, I got two words for you. Okay, take this to heart. Fuck it. Upload what you want, and literally upload what you want. In the main thing, no matter what you talk about, no matter what you choose to upload, make it look good in your editing. Like, nobody's gonna watch like a really crappy edited video.
Yeah.
I spent so many hours editing my video and learning how to edit.
Dude,
just so
the
it looks
editing
professional.
makes the video. I'm with you there.
Oh yeah, no, I totally
There's
agree.
this one guy I watched, Bobby Duke Arts. He literally just does like art stuff, but he has the best editing, and he makes his videos so funny.
No, like, here's the thing. Like, I have 400 subscribers, and when I was going for the Obey recruitment challenge, like the Era RC, I mean, I'm still kind of butthurt. I ain't getting into that, but that's another topic for another day.
That's because you were
But,
trash. All right.
Hey! I need exposure. I need exposure.
No, I loved your RC videos. Those were really cool.
No, but here's the thing. Like, I spent so many hours editing it, and I was DMing like some of the leaders in Obey, and all of them said it was very well made. They just wish there was more like gameplay. And I was like, well, okay, sure. Let me just make more gameplay in my video, whatever. And then I literally never heard back, but that's beside the point. Like, they all said that it was like very well made, and to have like people who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers tell you that is actually pretty nice, because when they say it's well edited, that means like it looks professional enough to be on a team. They just wish there's more content or like gameplay. I mean, but I mean, I'm still kind of butthurt. I ain't heard back, but
Hey man, that's the way it is. That's just the way that some of those people roll. And and it's a shame, but at the same time, it's kind of just how it is.
Definitely been ghosted before. Not fun.
Yeah, no, it is not. And so I think it's important because we have tried to restart this team twice now after its very tragic death.
we didn't really die. We just kind of like ghosted it.
Yeah, we did kind of ghost. I because we just like stopped uploading right after I left, which is when the first kind of ghost happened. Everybody, I guess, kind of freaked out, and I didn't really ever hear the full story of what happened.
I still have no idea what happened.
Well, because I had left, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna call somebody out. I'm gonna name drop somebody. But this was definitely not Tim's fault. This was definitely Eternity's fault. Yeah, and there's a reason for that. Anyway, this was definitely his fault. I had trusted the entire player side of the team with Eternity, which was a very poor mistake because he was never good with working with people. He was always good at making his own content for him. And when that was his sole focus, was using Nsty as a promo instead of as treating it as his own, it turned into essentially who can use the team to milk it the most to get the most views, which was a really shameful thing. I still wish that him and I had ended up talking again and playing more, because he was a really fun guy to play with. But we just had some disagreements, and that's just where it went. But but I can't blame it entirely on him. Obviously, there were other people involved that were like in the team that definitely should have seen it turning into what it was and realizing that that wasn't what it is. And I think that's where our team within itself had something very special. And Wings, you can probably touch on this too. Creating culture was something that we had done in our team that only one other team before us had ever done, and it was Optic Gaming. It's creating that family culture instead of business is business.
Ohana.
And
Ohana.
Ohana, like for sure.
Ohana means family.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Anyway,
You seem like an autistic Stitch.
that's exactly what he was going for.
Ohana means family.
Anyway, it was one of those things where we had created something that had never been done before. It had never been seen before. So, at least at the level that we were doing it, because it took a lot longer to create that. And so to an extent, we built something with a lot of people who were invested in the culture, except for a few people who I should have noticed and should have removed so much faster than I did. Because they were the ones who kind of brought down the whole ideology. And that's when I knew that the culture flipped, which is why I tried to pursue something else, and I wish I never did. But even though I did, I wish I never came back to it, if that was the idea. But if that was how it happened, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now, and I wouldn't rather be in another position than I am right now. And so when it gets down to the pure culture of Nsty Abyss, we had something very special, and I think we can continue to grow something special. And I think Hector Rodriguez, the owner of NRG now, said it the absolute best, that culture is simply the ideology and its rules that everybody abides by and believes in. And his example was that Optic released one jersey a year for the fans. And when that stopped happening, and then the company that he sold 75% Optic to basically stopped doing that, he realized that something was wrong. And so I think it's important for us in our growth that we really discuss what the culture is. How many times a week are we going to upload?
Traditions.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And those are things that have to be set early. Because I feel like if they're not, we continue to...
I mean, I really...
yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Obviously, traditions and stuff are important, but I feel like listening to the people that give us our platform is important too.
Absolutely.
And growing and developing as team, people, etc.
Oh yeah. And
Gotta listen to the fans.
oh yeah, and I think that's 100% a thing. And then this pathway that we're going down was paved by FaZe Clan and Optic Gaming. And Tommy Temper and Optic Hex have both come out very loudly and basically told people that if you want to succeed on this, here's step 1, 2, and 3. Here's how to do it. Like if we want to succeed in that area, we have to follow those rules. If anyone wants to succeed in this, you have to follow those rules. I mean, these guys paved the way.
Yeah.
And so, and their rules were essentially follow the audience, be likable, be presentable, learn how to express yourself and talk without being rude or without coming off as, self-involved, and really just kind of do everything for the people and do everything so that, that you guys can succeed together. And I think, and I was listening to Nade Shot, and I forgot, it was either Nade Shot on Hexes or Hexes on Nade Shot, but Nade Shot said it because they both do podcasts and they were both guests on each other's podcasts, which I thought was really cool. He said, I'm pretty sure this was on the Eavesdrop podcast. He was talking to Nade Shot, and he basically was going on about, like, the only reason I started 100 Thieves, and Nade Shot is the CEO of 100 Thieves, he was like, I just wanted to make cool shit, and shit that I thought was cool, and other people thought it was cool too. So that's just kind of how it grew. Because a bunch of people collectively thought things were super dope, and so it just kind of grew into something bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's kind of how it spiraled into, and I think that's something that we can do here at Nsty as well, is just, you know, listen to the comments and listen to people who really want to improve the brand and just move forward.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, man. And so, we're at the last 10-minute mark here. I want to talk for about 5 minutes, the new Modern Warfare. What are your guys' thoughts? Tim, go.
Opinions only. No. Like, fundamentally, I feel like it's a really good game. There's a few small changes that I would make. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a few small changes that I would make, but at the same time, I don't know how they would go, because I'm not, like, a game developer or anything. Skill-based matchmaking, obviously, is a must, but I feel like we should prioritize connection over skill, because I want to relax sometimes, bro. Like, I miss the days where I just, like, be able to join, like, one of those trash lobbies back in, like, Modern Warfare 3 and just destroy kids. I miss that, because I feel like now, like, as a sniper, I have to sweat so hard in order to, like, go positive. I mean, I can do just fine if I red gun. That's literally what I talked about in my video today. But, like, if I red gun, I can manage perfectly fine. But when I snipe, I gotta sweat so hard in order to outplay all these campers and all these claymores and all this other shit.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, just a few small tweaks, like being able to see your deaths without spending $20 on a fucking watch. Yeah, I mean, it's fundamentally a good game. I enjoyed it. We needed this Call of Duty.
No, I totally agree. I think a boots on the ground COD was probably the best thing that's ever happened.
I haven't had this much fun since Black Ops 3, so...
I haven't had this
I'm
much fun
enjoying
since
it a
BO2.
lot as well.
Yeah, what do you think about it, Brennan? Like, what's going on in your head? Like, any changes?
I think it's fast-paced and it's fun, and I don't want to kill myself most of the time, although there
Oh,
are
no, I want to kill
moments.
myself.
I
Yeah,
don't want to demonetize myself, so...
yeah. No, would not want to demonetize yourself. That would not be good. I
I don't
think.
even get ads anyway.
I mean, there's
It's fine.
occasionally
Yeah,
someone
but
with
we're
a
gonna
riot
get ads
shield
on
that
the team channel, so you're gonna bleep that out, all right,
annoys
buddy?
me, but
I don't know. I'm a little indifferent about the new COD because I'm having a ton of fun, but there are definitely things that need to be tweaked.
totally.
Like shotguns need to be changed big time. I don't. No. That's what I'm saying. It's like something's got to happen because like I understand like being up in somebody's ass, like a shotgun should kill you close range, but I'm talking. I mean, these guys are using like 12 gauge. They don't even specify.
45, right?
Every one of them, dude. Every one of them I have a problem with because it's just each of them fundamentally can dominate the playing field. Like if you understand how to use it, you can literally just dominate.
Also,
like,
can we talk about how trash these maps are?
Oh yeah, dude. The getting rid of the 3-lane
They literally-
ideology was terrible.
Yes,
was
they
terrible.
literally cater to the noobs while pissing off all of the veteran players.
Oh,
They
yeah.
cater to the noobs by creating maps where there's tons of corners where they can sit because they're not confident about going out.
Well, dude, I mean, I've been playing 3-lane Call of Duty since I was 7 years old. Like, I've been playing CODs where there is left side, right side, and middle since I was 7. That's 11 years, man. I've been playing COD for 11 years. Like, COD has not changed that much. If I wanted to play Battlefield, I would go and play Battlefield. I don't want to sit around and try to run through an open gunfight area of 7 snipers, 3 like LMG guys holding down fake lanes that don't exist, and like that's why like literally what I do right now, all I do is play shootouts 24/7. It is the only 3-lane map that I really enjoy in the game because I can just I can predict where to go. It's easy to rotate. It's nice. It's comfortable. And it just feels, and it gives me the feeling of old COD vibes, and that's where I feel about the game. And I think SMGs, like the MP7,
Nice.
I feel like the MP7
two
needs to
maps.
do less damage. Because I literally, if someone's got a sight on that gun, you can laser from any range. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Two
I
maps
feel like
that I do
ARs
enjoy,
are low-key,
though.
like balanced.
The rifles in this game are
Yeah.
phenomenally balanced.
Yeah.
And I think they're very, very well put. I don't think the adjustment on the M4 was as big as a deal as it needed to be, because the M4 literally feels the exact same.
I haven't really messed with the M4 enough to make a decision on it.
Dude, it's
It's a
like
good gun.
it's my favorite
It's like a
rifle.
laser.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal gun. I think the only change that needs to happen to the M4 is they needed to remove that stupid 9mm attachment you can get onto it. That's dumb. You shouldn't be able to put SMG rounds or handgun rounds in particular into a who is playing back?
I got an advertisement. That is my bad. Hey, bitches.
What?
Guess what? My TikTok just hit 12,000 views. I'm famous.
Oh,
Nice
snap.
job.
No, okay. Honestly, as gay as TikTok is, phenomenal way of marketing.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you want to promote something, just spam TikTok and just hashtag for you. Boom. Just blowing up.
Oh yeah, no, and I think kind of segueing into the last segment here, Nsty has a somewhat big announcement. I wouldn't call it a huge announcement, but we're moving into the Fortnite scene, with people who I'm pretty confident are going to place well and do good things for us and represent the brand, and it's going to be a ton of fun to finally have people that want to do it and people who are willing to commit. And then obviously the next big thing is jerseys are going to be out by February. So
Yo, we should make hoodies too. That would be pretty fire.
we'll get there. We'll get there, but we're doing jerseys first, because
Bet.
we're going to work on that, and we're all going to kind of come to a collective, and it's going to be super dope and anything like that. Brennick, I don't know if you have Twitter, but if you need to, if any of the audience needs to contact any of us, at least me and Tim in particular, you can find me on Twitter at @AKAKJ, and you can find Tim at wingtips12.
Wingtip 12.
Wingtip
because
12?
just
Okay.
tip.
Yeah, I have
Alright.
a Twitter.
Do you? Do you have a
It's
Twitter
just my
handle?
name. It's Brennick.
Oh,
I think it's
Brennick.
just Brennick Vitale.
For those
I don't
people
know, I
who
never
are retarded,
checked
How do you spell
Twitter.
Brennick?
BRENNICK.
BRENNICK.
Yep. And then Vitali, you can just kind of sound that one out and call it the day.
VITALE. There you go.
Yep. And so at Brennick Vitali, you can DM any of us, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. If you have any inquiries or anything like that, you can obviously just go to the Nsty Abyss channel. You can go to the inquiries, and you can email there, and we will have a response for you within 24 to 48 hours to make sure that you are heard. Obviously,
we gonna have a response out in like 5 minutes. I don't sleep. Sleeping for the week.
okay.
Always online.
So
Hit me up.
Tim
Hit your
will
boy
always
up.
hit you up if
you're
anything's
hot,
going
you
on.
If you're hot, you get a response in a minute. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, and his cock's gonna be in his hand. Anyway,
100%. I mean, unless I'm with my girlfriend, then that won't look good. But
we don't have to talk about that. She doesn't gotta know, brother.
yeah, she don't gotta know. I love you, babe. I'm gonna laugh if she watches this, and she's gonna text me. We need to talk.
Dude, I hate
And I'll
that
be
text.
like, I'm gonna be thinking of like all the shit I've said, like my videos and stuff. I'm like, oh shit.
She can be like, "I
Which
listen
one
to your
of the
podcast."
90 things did I say that pissed you off?
All right. Anyway, I think this is a good time to end it here. My name's KJ. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Brennick and Tim, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast or whatever the next video is that comes up on the channel. Peace, guys.
Yeah. Peace out, bitches.
Peace.
Mercy, God, no.